Hi, and welcome to Three Questions with. Got my friend Suzanne with us from Integrity Merchant Solutions. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So I asked you to come on the show today because I want to talk a little bit about merchant services. And for a lot of entrepreneurs, it's a challenge because you're trying to figure out what's the right program, what's the right company for you. And it can be challenging because you're trying to understand everything involved. So can you just walk us through a little bit about how your company is different than maybe some other people out there?
Sure, I'd be happy to. It is a very confusing decision to make because there's so many credit card processors out there, and you have to go with the right one, or else your life can be miserable. Um, the what we do is we look at a person's business and what their anticipated sales are going to be, and how they are want to process, and then we find the best program for them, the most cost-effective program for them, and then how they want to process, whether it's on a terminal or a gateway. A gateway is simply a terminal on the computer. So we really focus on getting them on the right program. And what makes us different from other credit card companies is that we never have raised our rates since we opened our doors in 2009. And to this day, we've never raised our rates. So that's, we keep the profit margin of the merchant in mind, and make sure that they're paying as little as possible. We don't have any hidden fees and we don't have any add-ons. It's just simply $10 a month, and a transaction fee, 10 cents, and then whatever the card is that goes through interchange, which is what Visa, MasterCard, and American Express charge for that particular card.
That's really amazing. Like you said, I like the transparency of it all. And speaking of that, isn't merchant service something you should check from time to time? I just, in my experience, I've just seen things where you get quoted a rate, and you're like, I'm only putting through a couple transactions. It really doesn't make a difference. And then your business grows, and you're putting through a decent volume, and all of a sudden, one day you look at it like, my God, how am I spending so much money? So you
Exactly.
check it from time to make sure you're still getting the best deal.
You get a health check every year. I always tell my merchants or potential merchants, get a merchant service check every year. We'll be happy to tell someone their rates are great, stay where you are. And if not, we can show them, eliminate hidden charges, and we can show them how much we can save them each month, because I have many clients that started out small volume and now they're one of my biggest accounts now, and it's wonderful and rewarding to see them grow. But if you're not with me, then you're with other companies, you want to check every year or so, because and have somebody professional do an evaluation, because it's very hard and very easy to miss these increases that they put in there, and the hidden charges. So you have to have somebody analyze it, and that's what we do. I send it up to our analysis. He looks at. We're not just looking to see what pricing they're at. We're looking to see what type of credit cards they take. Because if they take a lot of corporate cards, we have a special program for people that take corporate credit cards, which are the most expensive. If somebody's taken a lot of debit cards, I mean, that's the cheapest way for people to process is with a debit card, because with me, it's only 0.5%. But so everybody's different, everybody's business is different, and we pride ourselves on educating our merchants on to what they're paying. Their statements are very clear compared to other statements. It doesn't look clear to the layperson, but after you analyze it, you see it's not. We educate people to see what they're paying and break it down, and that's what stands us apart from other companies. Every merchant of mine has my cell phone number. When you're with some other companies, you only get them Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. My customers can get me anytime. And we treat everybody the same, whether they're big or small, because it's their business and what's important to them. And that's what's important to me.
One of the things I have to admit, I was slow to this game too, is at first I didn't want to take credit cards. I'm like, just send me a check. And that kind of has gone away. People, I'm not writing you a check, so I find some businesses, they just have this image in their head that it's expensive, or there's a fee involved. But now, as people are switching to kind of a cashless society, if you will, I went into a place the other day, and to have breakfast, and I'm old, I do carry cash, chuckle chuckle. But there was a sign right there, cash only. And I'm like, wow, in today's world, in a vacation spot, you're looking cash only, instead of just, understanding it's a cost of business and maybe adjusting your prices accordingly. I was really surprised. It's almost, you're out of date now if you're not taking credit cards, right?
Exactly, exactly. So people don't want to pay the fees. Some people now are adding on the fees to their product or service that they sell. I don't recommend that. I know a lot of people do. Restaurants, I think, can get away with it because at the end of the night, they can say check, or they give the check and they can say cash or credit card with a fee. So you have a choice there. But some businesses I know have gone out of business because they switched to that, like nail salons down here in Florida. They have switched to that, and they can go to the next person and not pay that fee. But getting back to your comment about cash, people spend more money when they have a credit card.
Absolutely.
So when you're in a store, if you take cash only, you're cutting your nose off to spite your face, because people would spend more money. Plus, and if you're invoicing people for e-commerce business, you have to wait 30 days to get your money, where if you take a credit card, the funds are in your account the next day.
It makes a big difference, but I was chuckling about your comment because over time I switched to using my credit card at the grocery store, and like you said, a lot more impulse items when I'm
Exactly. Otherwise, do I have enough money in my cash with me today to get this or that? Yeah, exactly. But I think you're right. It's a cashless society is what it's going to be.
So what's the best way for people to reach out to you? How can they learn more about your business?
We have a website, integritymerchantsolutions.com. They can call me directly, and I can talk to them about what their business is all about and find out the best way to start with them. That's basically the best way, is to call me directly, 561-400-7987.
I really do appreciate you taking a couple minutes out of your day to call into the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Okay, thank you for having me. Have a great day.
Bye now.